Hello, Internet. Welcome to Eric's Corner with the Word of the Not So Wise, and Merry Christmas Eve, coming to you from on December 24th from very, very snowy Anchor Point, Alaska. Today, of course, what am I going to go over? Merry Christmas. I'm not quite sure what happened that it became such a personal attack to wish somebody Merry Christmas who doesn't necessarily celebrate it. I mean, it's the federal thing. It's kind of what the majority of us go off of. I mean, we're not horribly oppressing you because I don't recognize your individual thing or which of the 67 genders you think you are. I mean, if you wish me Happy Yule or something I've never even heard of, I might be like, oh, well, you too. I've never heard of it, but oh, well, what holiday is that? What is this tradition I've heard of? Oh, maybe I'll have a good conversation. Maybe I'll learn something. You know, a good part about diversity is we can be around people of lots of different cultures and stuff and learn a thing or two about people from other parts of the world without going there. And that's absolutely fantastic. But problem is, people used it to victimize themselves and act personally attacked because each of their individual things is not recognized. Oh, well, there's 150 holidays worldwide or whatever between early November and late January. Okay. I mean, that's why we said happy holidays. It just pluralized the main ones, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. What was wrong with that? Well, then when it became, victimizing and politically incorrect thing to say, Merry Christmas, and, you're not going to victimize yourself into prosperity. I mean, we've become so multicultural that we have no culture. I mean, we can't just recognize everything that 3 people in the immediate 3,000 area radius do. That's just absurd. The local Russians here in the Homer Anchor Point area, who I've had the pleasure of working around quite a bit since I got out of the Navy. I grew up around them, but I didn't really interact with them too much. They kind of stick to their own communities and stuff, and they have different traditions and holidays than we do. And I've actually working with this old boy doing construction, and he was a career sheetrocker, and I learned more about sheetrocking in 2 days working with this old boy than I have in all the sheetrocking I've done. Not a lot, but he's got different traditions and so forth, and they take separate days off for holidays. But I wish them Merry Christmas. They're like, okay, well, our Christmas isn't until January 6th or whenever it is. I don't remember, but okay, they still call it Christmas, and I'm not going to get all defensive and act like that's just a horribly insulting thing to tell them, And, it's just what media has done to divide us. And actually, I had my, under my house spray foam. This is this Russian guy, and he chilled here here in my man cave with me. We just talked about some stuff. He was taking a break, drank a couple beers, and had a great talk with him. And we were just talking about religious traditions and values, and great thing to talk about when you're drinking and stuff. But I was like, wow, we have very linear things, ideas on things. And I talked about growing up. I went to school with some of their kids, and they were never, well, why doesn't your dad grow a beard? Because they grow beards traditionally. And, they never, question, well, why don't you guys do our thing? They just kind of did their thing. And hey, I got a holiday today. I'm taking the day off. I mean, these fuckers work 6 days a week, and it's not 7 days a week because they take Sunday off. It's the day of the Sabbath. They quit by 5 or 6 on Saturday. They don't go back to work till Monday. And that's absolutely fantastic. They just have a stand down day once a week. Because again, these old boys will work themselves to death. About the hardest working sons of bitches. I mean, Homer would not function without them. And a lot of you'd be hungry. We would not have the fish that we do either. Do a lot of things, build boats, build houses, commercial fish. And I was asking him too, I was like, we were both born and raised here in Alaska. We're both white guys, but media and so forth will still try to divide us by our religious traditions, or mine lack therefore of. I mean, there's always going to be something that the media is going to try to vilify one person or the other, I feel like. So that's my little perspective on just living around people with different traditions and stuff. And I'd love for my kids to go to their church, learn, hey, we kind of do stuff a little bit different, kind of apply this to your travels when you go out into the world later. So I just really don't understand how it's just so horrendous to wish somebody Merry Christmas who doesn't celebrate it. I mean, it's what most of us are doing. I mean, just say, okay, thank you, you too. What is so goddamn hard about that? I really don't understand. Like I said, you wish me something I don't celebrate, I'd be like, oh, you too, fantastic. So anyway, that's this Christmas edition of Eric's Corner. Thank you for joining me, and love all my followers, you know, both of you, and you know, my 50 subscribers at this time. I'll have some more videos coming out for you real soon. So have a good night and Merry Christmas.